And we are live. I feel like this is now turning into like a a two-person stream every other week.
Don't ask. I've just been so busy this past few weeks. It's
I
not
can
even
imagine, dude.
funny.
I have like for those of you who don't know, Sid became a dad very recently, and he is going through through recent dad teething problems.
Uh,
Yeah, so it's like the last thing on his mind is like football, even especially given the current state of how our teams are doing. uh,
I still made time. I still made time to watch one half of them. To watch one half,
mhm.
but oh my god, it's 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 shambolic the way they're playing, dude. Like it's just taken the fun out of watching football. Like it's taken the fun out of like I was taking the fun out of FPL. It's taken the fun out of even just following football. I just watch it just so that I have content for the pod. Otherwise, there's just no fun in watching football anymore. It's they just take even when we were losing under Jose or Van Gaal, like there was. I mean, I didn't mind watching them play yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, day before yesterday, whatever. It was utter. I mean, like there was zero fight. I watched the second half highlights, and that Mejbri tackle. I think that was the only thing that was. I mean, that was the only highlight of the game for me from a United perspective. Literally, a tackle.
So yeah, so the funny thing is, I watched that game, but I mean now have Eric Ten Hag, by the way, who's joined this circus. So I'm just, uh, I have never ever looked at a manager and thought, you're not going to be able to save us. Just go, like, just run away for your own career because
I
this.
think I was literally going to say that. Look, dude, Ra- Ralph Ragnick is literally called the godfather of Gigan pressing.
Yeah, and
He's literally, I mean, two coaches who are literally excelling in the Premier League are his disciples, if you want to
prodigies,
call
yeah.
them that. Yeah. And there's one in Bayern who's doing the same thing. And he's just been shredded, dude. Shredded by this pathetic excuse of a team. Like, that first goal, the one that Diaz scored, I projected that goal when they had the ball in the midfield on the right side. Like, oh my god, like I could see the space behind. I'm like, dude, why are you playing so high up against Liverpool? Like that, like, oh my god. The last time they played five at the back, if I remember correctly, and they
No, I think
conceded five goals.
when they played them at Old Trafford, they went 4-4. They tried to attack them. If you remember, Bruno has like an early shot in that game because you look at United, they're flooding the box, and Bruno has a shot in the game and it goes absolutely wide. And you're thinking, oh, okay. And then Liverpool come down the other end and score.
Score,
But
yeah.
in this
I mean, dude,
game,
like it was just three passes and they were in. Like, I think, like, what the hell, dude? Like it was Trent to Salah. Oh, no, it was one triangle, literally one triangle, like one triangle, and Salah was in nobody changed, like nobody within a 5 meter radius of him, and then he just cuts the ball across again. Like De Gea had no chance. I mean, there was no chance of ever seeing that.
yeah, I
Oh
mean,
god,
with
it was awful. That first goal was awful. Like, and after that, dude, it was just like West Ham just about lost. I mean, Liverpool just about beat West Ham 1-0. I
yeah,
think Watford gave them a pretty tough game, if I remember correctly.
mhm, yeah.
Like, dude, yesterday it wasn't even men versus boys. It was I feel like my daughter would have played better, and she can't even stand, dude. Like it was pathetic watching that.
I
Like
was.
it's depressing to have to stay up till 12:30 just to watch a big game. And when, like, I watched the first half, I'm like, I can't take this shit anymore. I literally said, I hope they don't lose 5-0 again, and went to sleep. I messaged
Mhm.
Clay also. I'm like, Clay, if it's less than 5-0, I'll be happy. And I went to sleep.
Just
It
about
would
you, just about got there.
just about Salah. Salah missed his
Missed
hat
the
trick. Yeah.
yeah, missed his hat
Oh,
trick. That would have been a real fun experience. So
Salah went
me
from
with
not never scoring against United.
to scoring like multiple times.
Yeah, dude. Like
Mm.
I still remember the first goal he scored was that Allison assist, which he just
Mm-hmm.
lobbed it to him, and that was the last. That was basically the last goal of the Mourinho era.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. How's it's okay. When you listen to this on audio, Sid's just like At this
You
point, I
want to be a
assume it's
part?
all.
Do you want to be a part of the podcast, Sudi? No. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Anyway, sorry. But yeah, so with me with this game, right? By the time I turned the television on, there were 2 goals down. Because first I was like, okay, I turned the match on, and it took 5 minutes to get Hotstar to load, as you would, and I'm like, ugh. And then finally, it
Why do you
when it
not have
finally loaded,
YouTube TV?
I
Just
do
get
I do
YouTube
have
TV.
YouTube TV. I do have, but at the time the television in the hall was being used, so I was like, you know what, I'm not going to go watch. I'm just going to like sit in my room and watch this. So in case I get embarrassed like the last time, I can just like switch to something else.
Hmm. No, but like
And
you can watch YouTube TV on your laptop too, right?
yeah, but it's like $65 a month. What am I paying $65 a month for YouTube TV? I mean, now we all share an account, but am I paying $65 a month for YouTube TV, or am I paying 1,400 rupees for Hotstar on a year with a lifetime
Dude,
VPN?
for, for I think you're paying extra. Like I just paid $1,000 like literally last week. Oh, was it 14? Maybe it was 1,400. I don't know at this point.
1,500 for the
They
year. I
probably
don't think
hiked it up.
if they raise prices anymore. Like, have you seen what's happening to Netflix? 200,000
Yeah, I saw that.
subscribers gone in Q1.
That was only because of that stupid password rule.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that. I seen it has not affected me. Has it affected you?
No, it hasn't. Like we have a family thing,
Hmm.
so we have one account. But like on a
Yes.
serious note, though, like
Hmm.
uh, the content has not been the greatest in Netflix. It's been a really long time since I watched some
Oh, I completely
Netflix
agree. I
show.
think there's been there out of 10 shows they produce, one show actually is good when it comes to content. Sid is in darkness. If you're looking at Sid's screen now, it's the perfect depiction of the soul of every Man United fan. Complete darkness and kind of sad also at the same time. Okay, while we wait. Mhm. I think we
Then
have
sorry,
lost.
I think I got
Mhm.
cut off.
No
Oh
worries,
yeah,
you're
no,
good. You're back now.
I'm back on now. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
had to
chill. No
change
worries.
places because
Hmm.
Sierra was crying. Okay.
Hmm. Okay. Where was I? Yes, by the time I turned the television on, 2 goals were conceded, as which you would, which is wonderful. And then the first half was just, it's sad watching like this hollow form of a football team just absolutely fall to pieces.
It like dude, I just don't want to talk about it. And they
Hmm.
conveniently put the Ten Hag announcement
Yeah, a
today.
day prior, because of the whole what do you call the I mean, because of the PR that they were getting, Harry Maguire
Yeah,
was
that's what.
getting
Because
slaughtered.
dude,
Mm,
I don't know if
mm.
you
Yeah,
I don't know if you're caught up on the news yet. There's a bomb threat in his house.
yeah. I mean, just that's a bridge too far. It's a game of football. Some people just
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. I think it's a game at the
Mm,
end of the day. Leave the family
mm.
out of it and leave bomb threats
Yeah,
out of it. Like, dude, come on.
bomb threats. For come
Life
on,
threats
bro. Are
and
you
bomb
are you
threats.
serious? Yeah. This is not the first time they've
I mean,
tried to
we have
they've
all
gone
been there.
vandal.
Dude, we have all been there, right? Like we have all slaughtered him, but like there's a difference between like um verbally abusing him and then that's a
Yeah,
line
sending
to
sending him
cross.
bomb. Yeah, sending him bomb threats. I mean,
Yeah.
I think so. Harry Maguire saves his worst performances for Liverpool. I think the two worst performances were undoubtedly against them home and away. I mean, let's not forget Norwich at home. Everyone talks about. I remember texting you about Norwich as a game. I didn't want to watch because they were 2-0 up. I knew they'd throw it away, and like if not for a Ronaldo free kick that with and some stupidity from Tim Krul, they would have thrown that game away. And it's I don't know what it is
Dude,
with this team. Go for
I
it.
think Gary Neville literally called them a pub team this morning. Like and I wouldn't. Dude, there's zero fight. Like, how do you? We should have lost. Honestly, we should have lost both the games against Norwich this season.
Yeah.
Honest to God, the first game we won with a Ronaldo penalty, which was, let's face it, a very dodgy penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And the second game, oh dude, the number of chances Norwich had, like literally from the second minute onwards, when I don't know who was on goal 1-on-1 with the keeper. I don't know if it was maybe Pookie or maybe Rasika. I don't know who it was, but he was one on
Mm-hmm.
one with the keeper. De Gea made a brilliant save.
Mm-hmm.
And then after it was 2-2, I think Rashika had a chance. Again, De Gea made a brilliant save.
So yeah, so you you
It's
don't
I
you
watched
don't
that game and dude, I'm like zero fight. Zero fight. We got lucky because of one man's genius. That's it.
yeah, basically. And he has not had the best week either. So I mean, he for him, I'm surprised he's even coming back into the squad this weekend, uh, considering what he's been
Hello?
through. Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sid, Sid, can you hear me? Sid, can you hear me? One sec. Mm-hmm. Can you hear me? Am I back? I'm gonna drop out and drop back in. Maybe that'll help. I'm back. Can you hear me? No? Still can't hear me? Mm-hmm. Sid, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Now it's a little better.
What's happening? Is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
the
now I can
audio?
hear you. I couldn't hear you till now. It completely cut off.
That's odd. I guess we're back now, right?
It's like you're going and coming.
Even now? Like
Now
even
it's
now?
now it's getting a little better.
Oh, interesting. I have no idea what's happening. This is very strange.
Yeah, now it's a lot better. Yeah,
Okay.
now it's perfect. Now it's perfect. Now it's perfect.
Okay. So this, I guess, I'll just have to talk like this in the meantime. Um.
Yeah.
So where were we? I was talking about.
The Norwich
Yeah.
game.
Okay. I mean, yeah, the Norwich game, and then, I mean, we have to look. We have the Arsenal game to look forward to as well. So, There's that wonderful, wonderful experience coming. But speaking of Arsenal,
I mean,
what a
at
win
this point,
yesterday.
you know what? What? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You just don't know which Arsenal you're gonna get. I mean,
You really don't.
one day they're losing 1-0 to Brighton, and the next day that they're beating Chelsea 4-2. So you just don't know. It's a flip of a coin with Arsenal.
But Chelsea were really bad yesterday. Like, I think we need to understand how they gifted them 3 goals. And it doesn't help that they have Lukaku doing Lukaku things up front for them. And I just feel bad for him at this point. He should have never left Italy. I think that was a league that completely suited his style. But now, for him to end up at Chelsea, he's getting slaughtered by his fans. That interview didn't help, and his first touch is terrible. His decision making is all over the place. It's like a rehash of the 2018 Lukaku that we're seeing, and I think he's off to PSG in the summer.
What?
Yeah, they're like looking to he's gone. He's no ways he's staying at Chelsea.
I mean, dude, that guy is the teams. He's gone from Chelsea to Everton to West. No, from Chelsea to West Brom or West Brom to Chelsea.
Yeah, he's gone from West Brom to Everton, Everton to United, United to Inter Milan, Inter Milan to Chelsea.
But wasn't he at Chelsea first?
He was at Chelsea first, and then he went on loan to West Brom, I think, and then he went to
West
move to
Brom.
West
Okay.
Brom, and then he moved to Everton. And no, I remember
I
there
He
was the
should have just stayed
season.
at Inter, man.
Yeah, like it's clearly not working out for him.
Such a shame. Such a shame. So much talent. I mean, so much
Uh,
finishing talent. Let me put it that way.
yeah, exactly. So it's just finishing, but it's just that it doesn't like you can't play him as a hold up. What do you call? As
Yeah,
like a
no, he can't be a Harry Kane.
he really cannot. One sec. Who's this?
Speaking of Harry Kane, how about that loss to Brighton?
Oh, of course. Brighton doing Brighton things.
Of course, dude. Like
And
I feel at this point, Graham Potter deserves a better job than Brighton.
yeah,
Like
and I mean the
he's
thing is they've
punching
gone
above
on
his weight.
I feel Graham Potter is ready for, let's say, I think he would have been perfect for Everton if I'm being completely honest, because they have the
Yeah, I
budget, they
thought so
have this,
too.
and they. I don't know how Lampard's going to do. I know they did just manage to shave a point off the of I think was it Leicester yesterday. Of course, it was Leicester because these morons ended up losing. I lost my clean sheet because of Richarlison in the 90th minute.
Like, do you think Rogers gets fired and Potter takes his place?
I don't think Rodgers gets fired. If they, I think they're in the Conference League semifinals, are they not? Um, so if
They
they make
are,
if
but still, like,
I don't see him getting fired. I don't see if he brings a trophy back, and I think they've had a real stop-start season. I believe there's definitely some sort of um, something to look forward to for Leicester fans, and I feel he's kind of kept them stable this season. The Jamie Vardy absence has kind of hit them real hard this season, and they're in that flux where they don't know what to do without a striker like him. They can't. They haven't. He's not exactly very replaceable. So it depends. It goes. You really need to see what happens with them. Um, Then who else? Like City cruised through Brighton as well, right? Standard three. I think the first half Brighton gave them some trouble, but once that first goal went in, floodgates opened and off they went. And as for any other results, Burnley. Since we last recorded, Sean Dyche has been sacked because Burnley have had like 4 wins all season, and that's causing them
What's Burnley
If
without without Ginger Mourinho? I just don't know, man. I just don't know.
I have no idea either. I don't know what they're going to do
Like
without. Do
it's
you think they
hard. It's
survive?
hard to fathom.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
I
I think let's. I mean,
know
that should give
Newcastle
us.
surviving. Let me just quickly pull up the standings and see what's
Hmm.
okay.
I don't
Newcastle are
like.
definitely staying up because they've reached 40.
Yeah, yeah. Of course,
Brentford are
Newcastle. I
39.
think.
I think they're safe.
Mm-hmm.
Saints are 39. I think they're safe. Palace are 37. They need three more points. I think they'll manage three more points because I'm just looking at their fixtures. They have Leeds, the Saints, Watford, Villa, Everton, United on the last day of the season. That's a win for Palace.
That's a win for Palace. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I think United are very much in relegation form. They look like they're in relegation form. Um,
Dude, I genuinely, I mean, so I feel like Ronaldo is, I don't know what the right terminology is, but like, uh, he's the good, the bad, and the ugly of what has happened to Manchester United this season.
Pretty much.
If I have to be completely honest.
Like, what? Like, how do you? Why do you think that though?
So what? I'll tell you what. Like, look, if you Ronaldo hadn't come to United, and
Mm-hmm.
these are all ifs and buts and hypothetical scenarios, right? I don't think Ole
Mm-hmm.
loses the job. I think Ole is in a title fight. Maybe not a title fight per se, but I'm very certain Ole is maybe 3 to 7, between 3 and 7 points behind Liverpool and City right now. Not more than that.
Yeah.
I believe
Uh,
in my heart of hearts that if Ronaldo hadn't come to United, don't get me wrong. Look, seeing
mm-hmm.
Ronaldo in a United jersey has been my dream ever since he left to Madrid. But I
Mm-hmm.
think if he doesn't come, I think we play Rashford up top
Mm-hmm.
or Martial up top, and or Greenwood. I mean, okay, fine, Greenwood. Whatever happened. But I think we play
Mm-hmm.
Martial up top. We play Rashford on one side, Sancho on the other, and I think the team clicks because he was pretty close to getting that team firing on all cylinders. And with the signings that he made with Varane and Sancho, I think the team. I personally believe the team could have gone to the next level, not challenging for the title, but at least challenging for the top two.
Mm-hmm.
I personally believe so. But then Ronaldo came. He had to change his entire philosophy from counter attack, uh,
To
fast
possession based
pace,
football.
fast wingers, fast strikers to I mean, this
I
is
mean,
my
but
belief. After watching pretty much the entire, I think we have 5 games remaining. So
oh, in 5 games that can't count. That can't come to
these
an
are
end
what if
sooner.
scenarios.
Mm. But funnily enough, he was not in the team yesterday, and just
I don't
I
know
mean,
how Eric Ten Hag is going to. Sorry.
I mean, he wasn't in this. Like whenever Ronaldo's not played, United have lost. So I don't even know what the thing is.
Yeah,
Like
see,
I
that's
don't
the
know.
thing. That's what I said. So he's the good, the bad, and the ugly because
Mm,
they haven't won games with when he's not there as well. I mean, the only
mm,
game that I can remember where they did really well was that Chelsea game at Stamford Bridge, which
mm-hmm.
I personally believe we should have won.
Yeah,
But
that
apart
was a
from that, I
really
don't
stupid
remember any
penalty.
game
That
without
yeah,
Ronaldo yeah, horrible penalty, stupidity.
stupid penalty that was. But I mean, I don't even. I'm talking about you reach that point with
Oh
United
yeah,
where you
so we
just
were
can't
we
be
were
bothered.
discussing relegation. Let's just
Mhm. The relegation scrap is very much on.
I think Villa. I think everybody above Villa is safe. Everybody below Villa, like Leeds, Everton, Burnley, Watford, Norwich. The Norwich is gone. I think Norwich is gone. I think
Yeah.
Watford's gone.
Hmm.
Uh,
And here we
Burnley
go.
have to play literally. Burnley have to play Villa twice.
Hmm.
Uh, Wolves Saints game is today. They play Watford and what could be relegation 6 pointer.
Hmm.
I think Burnley go down. I think Everton somehow just managed to stay up.
I think they have enough in the tank. I don't maybe to
Uh,
just about push them through, but I think Burnley, Watford,
yeah,
and Norwich are going down. Sad to see, but
yeah,
goodbye
that's
Burnley.
Burnley. I think yeah, I think Burnley go down. I think Burnley go down. Look, if you look at Everton's fixture, they're not that kind, man. They've got
They're
Liverpool,
not.
they've got the Merseyside, then they've got Chelsea, they've got
Hmm.
Leicester,
Then they have Arsenal, I think.
uh, and they have Arsenal at the last day of the season. So it's not that they've got any kind fixtures. In fact, Burnley have got the better run in, if you want to say that, because I think they play
Yeah,
only Spurs away, which at this point is also like a coin flip.
I think if Burnley, if Everton go down, that it'd create a fire sale, and I'd very much be happy to snap a Calvert Lewin on like a budget uh, transfer. And I think Calvert Lewin at about 40 to 45 million, 45 50 million is a bit of a steal. And also, in terms of you know who United are going in
But
for their midfield,
he gets really injured a lot though.
that is also very true. But as a backup striker, but you know who United are going in for as a midfield
I'll,
replacement?
for
58 million is what they're banding about right now
for whom?
for a player who plays in the Premier League. Um, Not Declan Rice. He's English.
Declan Rice,
No, it's not Declan Rice. He's English.
Anthony Gordon.
No, not Anthony Gordon either. He plays for a
Which
team
position?
that
Who's he replacing rather?
he's the number 6.
Calvin Phillips.
Yes. So Calvin Phillips for 58 million is what I think.
Yeah.
There was an
Again, this
offer
guy
that
gets
was
injured a lot. I want somebody who's durable, man.
The United have already submitted an offer, so to speak, mm, in the last week for Calvin Phillips. Yeah,
For Calvin Phillips.
yeah, 58 million is what
Oh,
they've asked him.
that's a road less traveled, but very,
Hmm.
very a rough road traveled.
Yeah, I guess. When I heard it, I was
Alan
like,
Smith has been on the receiving end of that.
yeah, that's Rio Ferdinand too. Uh,
Rio Ferdinand too, yeah.
yeah, Rio Ferdinand as well. So I mean, it's always Aaron Smith was like
But
he had a
Rio
great
Ferdinand,
start.
I mean, he's basically from London, so you
Yeah,
can't really blame him for that.
yeah. I don't think
But like Alan
Leeds
Smith was a
United.
proper,
Yeah, died in the wool Yorkshireman. So I don't know what's going to
yeah.
happen with these guys. Okay, but anyway, I'd like to say enough about United. But as we like move towards our score predictions, but that's the first fixture this weekend, 7:30 a.m. kickoff Eastern time. Eastern time. Do I even bother waking up to watch these clowns? Um, I don't know. Maybe
I
I'll
think
just
this is going to be a fun game. I think you should get up to watch this game. See, one of two things is going to happen. Arsenal are going to ride high from the Chelsea game, and they're going to get walloped by
Mhm.
United. Or you'll just find like for the first time in a very, 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 very long time, Arsenal dominating United. I don't know when is the last time I think it must have been the Invincibles
the
team that I can remember when Arsenal
No,
dominated
the
United.
the 3-0 at the Emirates where they scored 3-0 in 20 minutes. Walcott,
Oh yeah,
Sanchez,
yeah.
and
The
Ozil.
Sanchez
Yeah,
scored a yeah.
yeah,
That was yeah. That's probably one. Yeah, that's probably sticks out. But apart from that, I don't remember I mean, I don't remember any game where they've dominated. Yeah, the 3-0 sticks
yeah.
out like a sore thumb.
So yeah, and even the
Yeah.
the the 3-1 or was it the 2-1? No, it was the 3-1, right? At
Oh,
Um,
where De Gea kept stopping one after the
yeah,
other.
yeah. It was like
Yeah, yeah,
what they have versus the Arsenal team,
yeah.
and
That was a 3-1, right? That's
that
when
was
Lingard did the moonwalk
yeah,
at the
yeah.
Emirates
No, no,
at the Emirates.
that
Yeah,
was the FA Cup, but I think he did. This was when he went and did the whole the gun. I think Lingard scores two. Um, Lingard scores two. Valencia
Lingard
scores
scores
one.
two, and Valencia scores one. Yeah.
Valencia scores. Valencia opens the
Oh,
scoring.
he did the other one. The
The what's it
he
called?
does the
The
other
Millie Rock.
celebration.
The Millie Rock.
The Millie Rock. Yeah, he does the Millie Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it became a
This
meme
was in
for
those black shirts, right? Where
yeah the
Pogba
black.
beats, I
Mm,
think, Koscielny or somebody, and then
mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Papa gets sent off in that game, and the next week is the Manchester derby where um, they lose. I remember the Manchester derby because from the 75th minute onwards, like the City team started holding the ball in near the corner flag close to the City fans to to piss United off. And
How much
like I
did we
remember
lose
it's
there?
we lost that 2-1 because it was 1-0, and then Rashford equalizes, and then Lukaku like basically assists Otamendi for a goal. And I think Lukaku misses rather in the 88th minute he has a chance and he hits it straight at Edison's face, and
Oh yeah, I
they
remember the
lose that
game.
game.
Mm-hmm.
They lose that game. But anyway, let's get into predictions. Arsenal United. What do you think is happening?
Is Ronaldo going to be back for this?
Yeah, he's training.
If Ronaldo plays, we win. We win 2-1.
Oh, ooh, I think we lose this, dude. I think we lose it 2-0. I just don't see. 2-1 is what I think they're going to lose it by because I feel Ronaldo gets them a goal. But besides that, I don't see where goals are coming from in this game. And with Arsenal, it's like now they'll go on a two game. They'll beat United, but they lose the
Okay,
following
now we
game.
move on to the other shit North London club.
Yeah, the Christian Eriksen derby,
It's a what derby?
the Christian Eriksen derby, Brentford Tottenham.
Oh, the Christian Eriksen derby. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I think Spurs win. Spurs nick the. Actually, Spurs. I think Spurs comfortably win this. Uh, 3-0. I say.
I'm going two because I think Spurs are idiots, but I think they have enough in the tank to get them across the board in this game. Brighton Southampton.
Right. I think it's a lot is dependent on today's game because they're playing literally the last game today, and then they're playing the lunch, not lunchtime. They're playing the 3 o'clock kickoff. So
Mm-hmm.
it depends on how much gas they have left in the tank. I think I'm going for a Brighton win because
Brighton
they
win.
played pretty well against City in the first half yesterday.
Mm-hmm. So
So a 1-0 to Brighton.
1-0 to Brighton. I think yeah, Southampton might not have the legs for it. I'm going 3-1. I think they'll score a goal, but I think 3-1 to Brighton in this game. Um, Burnley and
Burnley
Wolves.
Wolves. Ooh, this is. I think Burnley nicked this 1-0. I know I have them going down, but I mean, Burnley go down with a fight. I think.
I think I see a draw in this game. I see both teams not scoring because I don't see it happening. So I think it's going to be a drab nil-nil. Chelsea West Ham London derby again. Chelsea don't need to pick up their form, and I think they'll West Ham don't have any
West
European
London
commitments
derby.
this week.
I think Chelsea win this
So
because if they lose this, they're in the dogfight for the top four.
I think they only need what
West
they
Ham
need.
actually have nothing to play for, do they?
Yeah, I mean they don't have much to play for, but I think Chelsea need only 9 points from 7 games. I don't think they need to worry about top four just yet. So what are you going with Chelsea West Ham?
9 points from 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
No, but that's the thing is they have Chelsea have to still play United, which is a,
Come on, it's just 3 points. Let's be honest. Can you hear me?
Ben, you're cutting off again.
Again?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Oh man, I can't believe this is still happening. Wait, let me just switch out the audio.
Now I can.
Can you? Now you can hear me?
Yeah, yeah, now I can.
So weird. I have no idea what's happening. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but Chelsea United is anyway 3 points for Chelsea now. That's if we're being perfectly honest.
That's true.
So what are you going for
Anyway,
Chelsea
Chelsea
West
West
Ham?
Ham. I think Chelsea win this 3-1.
3-1. I'm going for a 2-0 Chelsea win. I think they cruise to a comfortable win. I think that the A team is back for this game, so no more Malang Sarr. Uh, Palace versus Leeds. Palace surprisingly losing to Newcastle yesterday. I didn't see that coming. Miggy Almiron with a great goal, but I think at Sellers Park they've been good. So I think they beat Leeds 3-1 comfortably.
Same 3-1.
3-1. Leicester versus Villa. I don't two teams that don't really have much to play for in the league. Um, Rogers
Oh, dude, Villa
versus
still have to play for. Villa still are in a dogfight, man. Like you never know with Villa. Like they're still 36. They need at least 4 more points for safety.
I don't think they'll lose 7 games or I'm sure they'll win one out of the 5 6 games I think they have left, right? So I don't think Villa are in that much trouble. But I think this is an entertaining 2-2. What do you have?
I think Villa win this
Villa win this how much? By how?
2-1.
2-1. I predict Villa to go 2-0 up ahead in the early stages of the game, and then they let the lead slip, which will be very, what do you call, symbolic of the occasion that the game represents. With B. Raj and Gerard in each other in either dugouts. Now,
Did you? I think the next one's pretty straightforward. Liverpool win that 3-0.
I'm going for 1-0 with this game. It's I look
I
at
feel like
Lampard.
Everton's going to put on a lot more fight than United did.
Probably, but as a result, they're going to get absolutely twacked. Now, City Watford, 5-0. I have a feeling this is going to be actually no. Roy Hodgson kind of gives City trouble on the odd occasion. Like his Paris teams have been notoriously difficult for City to handle.
3-0. I think 3-0 City.
3-0 City. I'm going for a 3-0 City. Norwich, Newcastle. Norwich are gone. I think Newcastle beat them comfortably. 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0 Newcastle.
2-0 Newcastle. Okay, so very quickly, do you want to look at FPL and see what's
Sure.
happening
Yeah,
there?
yeah, go for it.
Because it's been this is the weekend. I don't know why I did it. I removed Salah from my team, and in order to go for like a defense heavy approach to FPL. And for the most part, it worked, but it just didn't help that Salah ended up getting 19 points by himself. But this is currently our wonderful team.
I know.
It's on,
Akshay told me you guys got Son in for Salah.
yeah, absolute stupidity is what it is. And like, I mean, Kane and Son picked a weekend. I'll tell you, and it's been They really did. Now I have three Spurs players, not as opposed to this team. So imagine my plight.
No, I've given up on
But
FPL. I told you, I genuinely given up on FPL.
yeah, I mean this team looks fairly sorted. I mean, would I bring Salah back in? I'm thinking about it.
I
Um,
think you should for Son.
do we have money? Yeah, we do have money. Come back, Mo. We love you. Never leave you again.
I remember this one time when like Aguero wasn't. I don't know. It was like maybe 5 seasons ago or something. 5 6 seasons
Uh-huh.
ago, and Aguero wasn't scoring. He hadn't scored for like 4 games in a row, and he played. He played in all of those games. He had like
Hmm.
one assist in 4 games or something.
Hmm.
And Lukaku was on a bit of a roll at the time, and this
Hmm.
was Lukaku for Everton.
Hmm.
And I think at that point you could afford only one of Lukaku. I mean, two of Lukaku, Kane, and Aguero.
Hmm.
And everybody jumped ship from Aguero to Lukaku, and Kane was the constant.
Yeah.
And I think at the point I was third in my mini league,
Hmm.
and I just stuck with Aguero. I'm like, dude, you'd never take out Aguero in FPL. Like, it's
Like you don't know
suicide,
when.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had him, and I had him as captain. I'm like, see, the only way I'm going to win my mini league is if I captain him,
Hmm.
and hopefully he scores. That was the only
Hmm.
differential I had. But the
Hmm.
rest of the team was pretty much a template team, and man goes
Hmm.
on to score 4 goals, 3 bonus
Was it
points.
once Aguero takes off? I remember we had a lot of us had him triple captain the year he scored five past Newcastle, and it was the only sad part was we'd all triple captained him. I mean, it wasn't a rare situation, so I think he
Yeah.
ended up with like 110 points or something by himself, and we were just like, dude, this is insane.
Oh, dude, that day I still remember. I think Aguero alone beat the entire. My Aguero captain beat the entire mini league. My entire mini league. I think I had like for 4 goals, it was like 16 points plus 2 points played plus three bonus points. I think like I had 4 goals and an assist. So I think
Huh.
City won 5-0 or something. So I had 4 goals and an assist. So I had like 20 points just from goals and assists and games played, and then three bonuses. I had like 46 points or something
That's
from him
good. I
alone.
mean,
And
yeah, I assume your mini league must not have been too happy.
oh, dude, I went from third to first, and I didn't look back. My overall rank that year was 10K only because of that one game.
Mad, dude. That's
Like
kind of
then people had to
insane.
scramble to bring him back into the team, so they had to break
Hmm.
their team and all of that shit. Like,
That's not that's I've been there in the past. That's not a fun experience situation to find yourself in. Like I feel like I'm in that situation right now as Salah scores, misses a hat trick, gets an assist against what is a very apparent poor United team. I think I'm going to captain Odegaard on the weekend. I feel he's going to run riot.
oh,
But
dude,
for those of you listening on audio, our current FPL team includes Ramsdale in goal, Laporte, Cancelo, Trent, and Livramento as part of a back four. Jota, Mount, who has a double game week, Salah, Martinelli in midfield, with Kane captain and Broha up top, who I think is quite useless. But I mean, he seems to be the best of an underperforming bunch.
I think we should captain Salah. I think he scores an hat trick against Everton.
Yeah, let's do it. Brentford away. Yeah, maybe it's time to bring. Oh, I have to get Salah back in. How am I going to do this now? Can't even get rid of Kai Havertz. Oh, this is really a fun.
Akshay, so I think I was with Akshay the past like on Saturday, on Friday, and
Mhm.
he's like, "Do I do Son to Salah to Son?" We were having dinner last Friday evening, and
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm like, "Dude, are you sure? Like, it's Salah versus United." And Akshay
Mhm.
looks at me. I'm like, "Yeah, exactly. Salah versus United. That's why I want to bring Son in." I'm like, "Bro, I think
Oh.
he's scoring, bro."
Salah had the freedom of
But if you
Anfield on that side. Like, oh,
uh, And then he's like, bro, it's Son against Brighton. I'm sure he's gonna score. I'm like, look, go for it if you think it's gonna be a differential, but I don't know. Like, I just feel Salah versus United is a better option. And then I'm like, yeah, just go for it. Like, maybe because Spurs were really building up ahead of steam. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Akshay says,
talking
bro, Sid
crashing
screwed
down.
me over.
I did not screw you over. I told you go for it, but I also told you Salah against United. Did I not? We were having dinner together.
I don't know how that, like, I have nothing to say about this. I'm not getting involved. I've offered Akshay some terrible FPL advice in the past, and probably switching from Salah to Son is right up there. I mean, in my defense, Son has been killing it for the last couple of weeks. He's 3 goals away from Salah in the Golden Boot race, 3 or 4 now at this point, and he has the better fixtures. Akshay
Hey, Akshay,
screams.
I did not convince
He
you.
convinced
Akshay,
me.
come on, I did not convince you. Oh my God, wow! I said go for it if you have conviction. I did not convince you. I'm like, dude, if you want to do something different, go for Son. That's all I said.
I can imagine
You
his
got confused.
imagine his fury the day Brighton scored in the 89th minute and it ends 1-0. I can just imagine Akshay going, Sid, this Sid, I shouldn't have listened to him. Why did I listen to
And
him?
and and I think Son got a yellow card to boot.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
it's too funny.
But I guess that's the episode really. I mean, I don't want to talk about football, dude. I mean, Eric Ten Hag is now manager. Bless him. I think in 6 months he'll be back here again talking about how the squad have down tools again because they're all dickheads. But one interesting thought is that Ragnick said there are going to be at least 8 players leaving, which is kind of
Uh,
insane.
I honestly, dude, I don't think it's insane. Let's look at it. Just before we finish the pod, I just want to look at 8 that are potentially heading out. Mattis has
Hmm.
said he's going. That's a certain because he's already tweeted about it.
Yeah.
I think Pogba goes. I don't want him. I don't want to see him with those 400,000, contract.
You know something?
Yeah.
The rumor is that he's already signed.
I've heard. So I've heard. I think David Onstein tweeted about it.
Recently, I don't know, Ornstein, somebody else, I saw someone saying the sad part is he signed on for 480K a week, and
Yeah.
which is why the booing is pissing him off. Uh, and I mean, I'm just like keeping Pogba now would have just because nobody else is going to match his wages. That's kind of what I fear is happening. He is not going anywhere. They will give him those kind of wages. I
Bro,
think PSG.
PSG will give him. Why do you think PSG won't give him that sort of money?
Who does he replace in the PSG midfield? There's one more person who
Verratti.
doesn't. One more person who doesn't track back.
Do they look like they care about it?
I mean, if they want success in the Champions League, then Pogba is not the player to have.
Bro, at this point, like PSG could easily afford his wages. It's not a long shot for them.
Hmm.
And then play 2 defensive midfielders next to Pogba. That's it.
I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, I don't think they offer him the wage that
I
United
don't
are
know.
offering
Okay,
him.
so okay, fine.
Hmm.
Let's assume Pogba stays. I think Lingard's on his way out.
Yeah, Lingard's gone.
Mata's gone.
Mata's gone.
Uh,
Martial's gone.
Martial's gone. Yeah.
Um, then I think Wan Bissaka, I think, is also on his way out.
I think one of Dalo or Wan-Bissaka is out for
I feel
sure.
Wan-Bissaka is definitely on the way out. It's becoming increasingly apparent that he can't play with the ball at his feet, and teams are
How
targeting him.
how how is I mean how are you a professional footballer if you can't dribble the ball, take the ball and cross the ball? How, like, I know Valencia made a living off of it,
But
But
let's
like, dude,
Tony V, remember that first season? He just kept crossing it. Like, he'd get the ball, said, fuck it, I'm just crossing it into the box. And Rooney, for some reason, was like, okay, I'm going to turn into this weird Alan Shearer heading machine. He scored so many goals with his head.
dude, that was the only season I remember Valencia crossing. After that, it's like he forgot. Like, remember in MIB where they stick that
Yeah,
pen or whatever, and
yeah,
your memory,
yeah, that whole thing, the memory wipe.
my memory wipe. I don't know. Somebody wiped his memory clean of how to cross the ball. After that first season, I don't remember him ever crossing the ball ever again.
One
You
foot
remember
Tony
those
used to come in.
Valencia just used to smash it like
He used to
on the
whip it.
crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he used to whip it, and I remember like against. I remember against the against AC Milan where yeah, he and Gary Neville were just whipping crosses in that 4-0 game. Wow. Even then, we considered that team to be weak compared to these shit houses. Um, and Gabriel Obertan running down the wing with Michael Owen coming on as a striker. The things we
That's
have
too
seen.
funny.
But
And then okay, yeah, let's
yeah,
finish. So I think Teles goes. I think I
I
Teles.
think he stays. I think Teles stays. I think you know what? There's a growing possibility that Harry Maguire leaves.
I think he should leave for his own safety.
I just think for his own good, he needs to get out because it's
Yeah,
becoming very clear that he doesn't suit the system. It's gotten very toxic, and right now he
dude.
keeps.
Honestly, he's not that bad a footballer. Like
He's really not.
he's
He
not that. I mean, he's just going through a bad phase, like a lot of people do sometimes. Like they do go through bad phases. It's just he's just going through a bad phase right now. Like, come on, he was one of England's best players in the in the Euros. He was pretty good the season before that for United.
I'll tell you what happened. United went from counter-attacking football to possession-based football, which meant the line moved higher up the pitch.
Higher up the pitch, yeah, and he doesn't
And
have pace behind. I
he
mean,
can't. I think, and I saw this on Stephen Howson's channel the other day. He says the day United got slapped by Spurs 6-1 uh, was the day people should have realized was the day everyone realized that Maguire can't track back, and that's when they started exploiting it. And if you notice, um, United can't defend 1v1s, and they can't, they're very quick to turn over in transition, and it has brutally exposed Harry Maguire this season.
so okay, fine. So that's one. I still feel there's a couple of more clear in that's going to happen during the clearance sale. I think one
Mhm.
of Fred or McTominay leave.
I think they both stay. I think Fred and McTominay both stay because they
I,
need.
Van de Beek
Um,
comes back.
mhm. But I don't know
Uh,
if Donny stays.
I think he stay. I think Ten Hag gives him one season because he developed under Ten Hag, so he probably gets a season. Who else? Um, who's the kid we signed from Atlanta?
Ahmad.
Ahmad. I don't know about him.
I don't know about him either. He's gonna take some time. He's still very young,
Yeah,
so they'll probably keep
yeah.
him around.
There's Pelestri as well. I don't know about him.
He's not going. In that Cavani is going. That's
Cavani's gone. Yeah,
I don't
Cavani.
have no idea where he is now to begin with. He's just not playing.
He's apparently injured, but that's a very big apparent. So
No, no. I think it's more to do with the fact that he doesn't want to go in and tarnish his. I feel a lot of right now. What's happened is people are just trying to distance themselves from the club,
distance. Yeah, yeah.
and the Cavani just doesn't want to be bothered anymore. Is what I've been told. Rather told as in I've heard. Rather, I have
Yeah,
not been
so
told
we
anything.
we pretty much
Mhm.
listed what 7 8 people right there.
Dean
So
Henderson as well is on his way out.
I think
Um,
Grant also should go.
Lee Grant will retire. Um, Tom Heaton will stick
Uh,
around, I think, for one more season.
yeah.
I have we Rashford? Oof, should
Oh
he?
come on, let's. I think he needs the summer off. Like give him the summer off. Let him clear his head. Let him feed a few more children, and then come back and kill it,
Oh, poor Rashford, dude. I felt bad
dude.
for him.
He's
Nothing sticking.
pretty much played every single game since Mitchelland. Like And this is Midtjylland in 2016, man. Like,
Hmm.
think about it. It's been 6 years. He's played a better part of almost all of it. Like, I would say 90% of the games he's played, maybe more. I'm, I
It's
don't know. I
just,
don't have the
it's,
exact numbers.
yeah. He's like his first. I mean, I feel like he's forgotten how
It's
to
a
kick a
mental
ball.
thing. I think it's a
Hmm.
mental thing. It happened to Lingard also for a while until he went to
Hmm.
West Ham,
Yeah.
and then he had that.
Hmm. Cleared his head.
Yeah, and everybody knows what the problem was with Lingard. Like, uh,
Hmm.
when he came out and he said it in the interview that he was going through depression and all of those things. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
sure that's all. I mean, I'm not saying Rashford's going through depression, but I'm sure he's going through something,
Yeah,
and
that
that's not helping.
he's not having an easy time of it at all.
Yeah, so I think Rashford just needs a summer off, man. He's not had a summer off since 2016 because
Yeah,
like 2016 he was what 17-year-old when he burst out onto the scene. He
17,
played
yes.
he played every game after the Michelin game because he played Michelin, he played Arsenal,
Played
he played
City.
all of it. He played City, yep.
Mhm.
He played all of that season, and then I think he just got that one summer off because after no, he played the Olympics that summer, and then
Oh, I didn't know he played the Olympics. Okay.
he did play the Olympics, and then he went as part of the team. He just didn't start. That's it.
Hmm.
So obviously, if you're part of the team, you're training, you're doing all of
Yeah.
those things.
The team Great Britain, I think they went. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then 17 he got the rest, and 18 he went to the World Cup. Uh, yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean he's been there. I think this one, the injury. I think this is more to do with this is side. I mean, I'd say there's two sides to this. One being that he there's a mental block, and two is the injury that he's been carrying for so long.
but he
Yeah, the
had a
shoulder.
surgery on it, right? Like
Yeah,
it should have healed by now
I
because he
have
had
no
the
idea.
surgery.
It's coincided with like the worst period in United's history. Because I don't think any. Do you like this team genuinely?
No, I genuine. You know what? I like individuals. I don't like the team. I'll be honest with you.
I detest this team. This is the worst team I've seen at United, and they're not on talent. They're just a
They're
bunch
not a
of
team.
unlikely.
They're not a
Yeah,
team. They're not, honestly, they're a bunch of people who you picked out from like a Sunday league team for a Sunday league team, and then you just put them together and like just go play, guys.
yeah,
Like we just need to play for 90 minutes, and then we'll get paid 400,000, 450,000, 500,000, and let's just go back home and then post a sorry message, and we're good to go.
yeah, yeah. And it's
It's
just
ridiculous. I think there's only been like maybe five standout players this season, and by standout I mean standout from the rest of the shit show that's been happening.
okay. So
Honest to God,
before we wrap this up, I have one question to ask you: Who makes top four?
I think Arsenal. I just think, I just think with Arsenal, they do blow hot and cold, but their hot sometimes is their cold is also sometimes good enough to beat a lower team. It's not like say for example a United playing Norwich. Like if Arsenal played Norwich and still didn't play well, they could still probably get over the line.
But then you say this on the back of them losing 3 games in a row.
But they beat Chelsea 4-2. Think about it.
Yeah, but that's the anomaly, right? So that's they've always have that
But
one
you know
odd
what?
result in them.
Like the Arsenal, the thing is they've had continuities. I mean, it's been what 4 seasons since Arteta took over.
Three, I
Uh,
think. This is
three and a
this
bit, three and a bit,
yeah.
right? Like three and a
Mhm.
bit. So I think just because they have that continuity and they have all their players playing, like there's been no injuries of any sort, and I think except for Tierney, I think there's no long term injury
Mhm.
that's hampering Arsenal. So I think they just cross the threshold. I think Arsenal just about make it. That's my personal opinion. I mean, do you?
I,
I mean, the point that you're playing devil's advocate means I think you're probably looking at Spurs finishing
I'm
top
looking at
four.
Spurs because they have continuity. No. No. I
Uh,
just look at Spurs and I look at their fixtures and I look at the weapons they have in there. Funnily enough, Arsenal. They're They, I mean, with if Kane and Son score, win three more games, I think they're through. The only sticky point for them is the game against Liverpool that's coming up soon.
Dude, I mean, I think all the
And you
big
know
three
what?
teams,
And
all the
you
three
know,
teams competing have to play against each other at some point. Like the NLD is still there. United have to
mm,
play Arsenal.
mm,
That's this week. Chelsea. I mean,
mm,
United have played Chelsea the week after.
yeah,
Spurs have to play Arsenal. Spurs have to play Liverpool, and
I think
Arsenal had to. Arsenal. I think Arsenal still has to play Liverpool, don't they?
no, Arsenal are done with Liverpool home and away. They
Oh, okay.
lost 4-0, and then I think they lost 2-0 in the reverse at the home fixture.
Okay, so
But
Arsenal, so that's the reason. Like Arsenal had only Chelsea and United. They
mm,
they managed to get past Chelsea. I think they if they get past United, the Arsenal are firm favorites to finish top four.
they have Spurs. They have Spurs at the North London Stadium where they haven't won in 8 years.
You know,
At the Tottenham Hotspur
the
Stadium,
best
sorry.
case scenario for United would be that game to be a draw.
You know what I feel? Honestly, I think Spurs have a lot to say in the top four race and in the title race. I feel Spurs beat Liverpool at Anfield.
You think so?
I think Spurs beat Liverpool at Anfield, or rather they hold them to a draw. One of two things. Because I look back at the game against Liverpool at the Tottenham Stadium,
Uh-huh.
they massacred them. I have no idea how Liverpool came out of that game with a draw. If you Spurs missed so many chances in that game. Remember Dele Ali breaking through on goal and then scuffing his shot wide. Son missing so many chances. Kane missing so many chances. And I think you take a more refined version of that to Anfield, and Liverpool are not don't look as impervious as they usually do. And I think that's the right now you
This
expect Pep to start grinding those results out, those 1-0, 2-0, 1-0, 2-0. And that's and he's going to grind his way to the title.
so Liverpool actually has a pretty tight fixtures. I mean, they have to still play the Merseyside derby. I know I say that
Yeah.
with a lot of worry, but I don't think that's a tough fixture. I mean, maybe in the past when Moyes was with Everton could have been a tougher fixture, but
I mean, with
not anymore.
Ancelotti beat them at Anfield last year.
I know.
Hmm.
Uh, and Ancelotti is now winning the La Liga. So who won that
Ancelotti might just end
breakup?
up winning the Champions League for all you know, dude. Given the way, given how
No,
his team is performing.
I don't think they get past City.
Hmm. If they get past City, they win the Champions League.
I gave it to him once. Yeah, I don't see them beating Liverpool or City. I just don't.
Hmm.
I
Villarreal
genuinely
Champions League.
don't. I don't. I mean,
Villarreal
because
Champions League.
let's they don't have Champions League, Varane. They don't have Mr. Champions League. I don't know if Benzema is the new Mr. Champions League.
I don't know, dude.
But I
Didn't Liverpool beat? Didn't Madrid beat Liverpool last year
did they?
in the Champions League? Yeah, they're the ones who knocked them out, and then Chelsea knocked Madrid
No,
out. Yeah,
Atletico knocked Madrid, Liverpool. Or was that the
that was
season before
the
that?
season prior. Last season, it
Ah,
was Madrid who knocked them out. Madrid beat them at the Bernabeu and then held them to a draw at Anfield, if I'm not mistaken.
oh, I don't remember. I don't. Were we in the Champions League last year?
Yeah, we were. We got dumped to. We went out in the group stages, right?
Oh
PSG.
right,
Mm,
and that's how we went to the finals against Villarreal.
yeah.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
You think United make Champions League
This year? No, I don't
if,
think so.
if they beat Arsenal?
You know what? Like the only way that can happen is for results to go their way. Like, dude, losing to Everton, drawing against Leicester, all of these things just put us in the back foot. Coming out of the Champions League loss to Atletico, if we had managed to just concentrate on every league game as if it was a cup final, we
Yeah.
would have made it to the Champions League. I do not have a single shred of doubt about that.
It's
Like
still not out of the realms of
it's not out,
possibility.
but we need results to go our way, right? Like okay, fine, we beat Arsenal, have a game on hand
Mm. That's the game in hand is
with
Spurs.
United. Right, I'm not denying
Mm.
that, but what I'm trying to say is, say we beat Arsenal, we're
Mm.
level on points with them with an inferior goal difference.
Mm.
Um, and then you're hoping that the Spurs Arsenal game, the results goes your way, and
Mm-hmm.
then you have to beat Chelsea,
Mm.
and then win your remaining three games.
So
So
the remaining three include
one is Palace, one
Palace
is
on the Palace on the
Palace on the
last day.
last day. I think they
Mm.
have Burnley,
Brighton away.
Brighton away, yeah,
No chance of winning either of
and
those
and then
games.
and then Saints at home. Is it
No, Saints are done. I think
who's
we
or
New
Watford at home or something?
Watford
No,
is
in what?
done. Norwich is done. Leeds is done.
Or
Who do
is it
United have?
Newcastle at home?
They have wait. So let's count down the results. This thing they
Oh,
have
Brentford at
Chelsea,
home. Brentford at
Brentford,
home. I just checked
Brentford
it.
at home. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the last three, you could assume they win it, but
Mm.
then you, excuse me, like I said, you need results to go your way. You're expecting Liverpool to beat Spurs,
Mm.
and then you're hoping Arsenal drop points against somebody on the way. Like
Yeah.
yes, Arsenal will drop points, no doubt, but I feel United's also going to drop points on the way. Like so
Yeah.
these are Arsenal's fixtures going forward.
Hmm.
They have United this week. They have West Ham away, which is
Yeah.
okay. Let's face it, is a tough fixture.
Yeah.
They have Leeds at home. I think that's a walkover.
Hmm.
They have Spurs away,
Away.
which
Yeah.
yeah,
Which I think
and
Spurs
then they
beat.
have Newcastle away. Newcastle are safe; they don't really care anymore.
Hmm.
And then they have Everton in the last day of the season, and Everton could or could not be fighting relegation at the time.
Yeah. You never know.
And if they're not fighting, that's again a walkover for them. So
Hmm.
even the last two fixtures for Arsenal is pretty much a walkover.
Hmm. So you have
So
Arsenal in the top four. I have Spurs in the top four.
yeah, I
And
don't think anybody has United. I mean, only a fool would have a United finishing fourth.
yeah, I mean, I would put £5 on it now and see where it takes you.
I don't know what the odds are on United
Yeah,
finishing fourth.
yeah. I'll have to look at it. But
I'm checking it right now. I'm checking the
mm,
odds. Just hold on a minute.
may the odds forever not be in our favor.
hmm
I've had a very interesting
United is 17 to 1.
17 to 1.
Yeah, United is
Five.
17 to 1. Spurs are 1 Spurs are 1.7.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 70 cents on the dollar, and
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal are 2 to 1. So those are long. That's a long 17 to 1 is a long shot.
Put £5. See what happens.
Not betting on those goofs.
Never bet on United. Anyway, I think that should probably bring the episode to an end. We'll be back again next week, hopefully discussing something little more cheerful than us having to wallow in about United losing at home to away to Arsenal and at home to Chelsea. We'll do an episode. I think the Chelsea game is midweek, right? Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
midweek.
Just check it 1 second.
I see.
Yeah, it's midweek. It's on 29th.
Mm, yeah. So we'll be back for that one. Until then, take care. We will see you on the next one. Bye for now. We have days to take care of.